What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days now since I've been here in the garage, and reason being is because one, I'm still waiting on the turbo blankets and heat wrap and stuff to show up so I can further situate my cooling system. And also I was waiting for my ECU to come back from George. George just got an S300 from Nomis. Nomis came down, installed everything for him, swapped maps, and George's car is now running on his own S300. And I finally have my ECU back right here. Big shout out to Nomis again for this custom ECU cover. I originally had a Y&S Lexan that I took from my H22 because they did sponsor me for the H22 Lexan setup on the car. I finally retired it to slap this sucker on. Nomis just gave me this yesterday and it is freaking awesome. It fits perfectly flush to my ECU now, and he has hardwares provided as well right there on all four corners, and he custom etched the saying progress is better than no progress. Shout out again to Nomis, man. Thank you for this ECU cover. This is like icing on the cake. And today we're gonna put my map back in here, get this car to turn on, make sure everything is good. The car here is still super ashed up from all of the ashes in the sky from the wildfire that's happening in Oregon right now. I mean, they say not to wash it. If you wash it with soap, but the paint's already messed up, so I don't care if the ash messes up the paint. It only means it's going to be sooner that I paint this car, because I'm still trying to paint this car. So it took a little while to get my car to turn on, and then I was looking through my map and realized that it was set to stock map sensor. So you switch it over to the Honda 4-bar and the car fired right up. But the battery is definitely dead. So I had a battery pack up there to jumpstart the car since I haven't turned it on in about a week. But I'm looking at my voltage, 14039, 14039, right? And it's funny because at the battery we're reading 13.0. That's on the battery. So if I go ahead and turn my lights on, turn my fan on, it drops down to 12.9. So that's probably why the battery is dying, because it's not charging all the way to the back fully like it's supposed to. Unless I'm reading it wrong, like I don't know what the voltage is supposed to be at, but most definitely way too low. I've already cut my hand before working on the car. So aside from the voltage issue, which I'll take care of another day, guys, what we're doing in this video is we're going to be swapping out the Viscous coupler for the rebuilt one that I did the other day. This guy right here with the 60K fluid. And I'll show you guys a little comparison at the end of the video of the car launching with the current Viscous coupler, and then comparison to the rebuilt one with the 60K. Brighten up. Orderly. So right here in the middle is the Viscous coupler. The front half of the Viscous coupler, this guy right here, is kind of like a axle, like a CV joint. It allows the drive shaft to have play to move in and out, and the Viscous coupler is actually right in the middle right there, and that's what I need to remove. It looks like I can get away with removing the Viscous coupler from the front half here, so I can leave this on the car and then remove the bolts back here to take this center section off. The car is jacked up as high as I could, not Harbor Freight jack stand, so I'm okay. And I got the jack in the back as a fifth leg, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay some carpet down here, and I'm gonna crawl underneath with some tools, try to remove this, drop the e-brake so I can rotate it. Looks like I can get away without having to remove my exhaust system, which is awesome, and I'm crossing fingers I don't mess up my S1 t-shirt. I saw Brandon do this the other day on his IG. I figured I'd do this real quick as well too, as a comparison. So this is 60K fluid, and I'm going to try to turn this without this dropping to the floor. Ooh, that takes some power to turn. All right, so now I have a good feel for this, And when I slap the other one on the vise, I'm gonna do the same thing and, you know, compare the differences. Hopefully the other one's a lot more looser, which in theory, you know, slips more before it actually grabs. But grab my tools. I'm gonna go underneath the car. You know, sometimes I like sit in front of my car, inside my car, and I reflect back at all the work that I've done to this car. Sometimes it's crazy to believe, but this is the reality of it. I built this car. You know, it's definitely a proud moment. Like it never hurts to step back and just kind of appreciate, you know, your craftsmanship. And what I need to do is I need to redo my exhaust, because every time I make a left turn, we hit the drive shaft and it makes noise. So what I also need to do is I need to switch this guy to a V-band, because getting that third bolt at the top is pretty complicated. But that's a full 3-inch exhaust system on all-wheel drive setup. I need to switch out that boot, because the harness from the fuel pump that wrapped around that tore it up. Even though I just replaced it, it's new, it's torn again. So I got to do that another day, maybe. Back to the drive shaft here. Ugh, my head's too big. I can't really fit under here. Got my hair in a bun, and it just makes it worse. Got my neck turned all sideways. And you want to know what a funny story about this mount right here? I don't know if you guys can see it. You see how it's broken? We hit the dyno with it right there, and it tore this mount off. So we had to weld it temporarily. I mean, but I do want to reinforce this just in case the transfer of the new Viscous may destroy this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate it, but I have to brainstorm all of that first before I get to it. Right now my main focus is to swap this sucker out. So this, I believe, is a 10-12 point head, and you're going to have to use like a swivel socket or a wobble head to get to this guy to remove the Viscous from this first half, because I don't think I'm taking this section off. I'm just going to take off this 4. I also got the e-brake down so I could spin this. Take off these 4 guys, and then same thing back here, these 4 guys to disconnect the rear shaft, so we can drop this section with the carrier bearing mounts. 1 here and 1, dang it, under the exhaust. Ouch. Am I going the right way? I don't know. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Oh, jeez. Do I need to put the big boy in here? Just a little boy. Are you kidding me? Dead battery. This is why it's complicated to do stuff on the floor. All right. Take 100. Setting on 3 in reverse. Oh. Okay. So this guy is separated, and I gotta take off the 14 mil that's holding the carrier bearing carrier. That guy is complicated. Before I test this on the vise, I'm going to remove this whole section real quick. Thing was breakdancing. Now this This is the section that I need to transfer over because my carrier bearing is pretty messed up, right? And I want to upgrade this later. I just don't have the funds for it right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and I don't remember how I took this off, but I'm looking at this one right now and this is messed up too. What the hey? What the hey? I don't know if front and back is the same. This is the same side because obviously I took it off of there, but this is pretty bent. It's not even straight. And I guess that's what I'm gonna have to use. I do have the back half. I'm not sure if that one has a mount on it. It does. It does. Boy, another discovery. I just flipped this upside down and this Viscous coupler is leaking. This smells like burnt up silicone, and you can see all of that is damped, wet, probably leaking on the seal that's inside here, which is one of these guys, right? Good thing I bought enough to build 2 kits with the fluids and enough seals to rebuild up to 15 couplers. Now there are right tools for every job, right? But say you don't have the right tools to do the job. In this case, you need one of those, like one of those harmonic balancer removal, where the claw grips on here, and then the center of that claw, once you tighten it down, pushes on the shaft to pull this guy off. That's the right tool. I don't have that. And this one, I pretty much just sent it with a hammer since it was already messed up. I'm just using a chisel, smacking the dust boot sections at a time so it doesn't go crooked. Eventually it comes off. Got the old VC on device, and oh, look at that, effortlessly, pretty easy to turn. It feels blotchy, like I can feel it like kind of skip a little bit, but way easier to turn than the rebuilt Viscous coupler. And I'm hoping, because this gives me hope, that the other Viscous coupler is going to bite way harder. I hope. I have no idea what happened to the dust shield on this guy. It's not in the box, so I'm torching this up real quick to break the rust loose. Hopefully it can come off without bending it too much. Ready to rock and roll. Let's go. All right, so for some reason this mount carrier bearing that came off here originally somehow is bent. You can see it's slanted, but it's not rubbing on the drive shaft. It's not like making the drive shaft rub into the frame. If I rotate it, nothing is hitting, so that's good. That's pretty much the rebuilt Viscous coupler in place. Now we still have some daylight. Kind of do want to drop this car down and warm the sucker up, so let's do that. Got the car on the ground, letting the car warm up real quick, and then what the heck, my temperature is already up, and I'm gonna go around the block real quick and make sure it doesn't make some weird noises. Recording. It's recording.
locked in.
Dude, that shit was scary.
So the cop locked
Hey,
in.
hey, Tony, I got the seat right here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm down.
Bro, that shit got sideways. No fucking way!
Look at that one odd ass tire mark in the back. This is the one that kept spinning hella harder.
Bro! Yo! I was trying to give Tony a ride, and I've done it the same way I've always done it, preload. Snapped the wagon axle. I don't have any more axles.
No. Oh shit.
I only have spare CRV axles. Bro, hey, you felt it though, right? The G-force.
Hit hella hard.
And he's seen it right here. I did like what, 3 passes?
3 pulls and it spun the rear tires every time.
The second pull I just did going down the block, the car got sideways. Like it got squirrely because the back was spinning so fast that it broke tires loose.
It's like a rear-wheel drive.
Guys, the rebuilt Viscous coupler is a success.
With the 60, wait,
It was going so fast the band-aid flew off my hand. Look at this. Guys, the car launches harder than it ever did. And I snapped an axle. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna show you the axle in just a second. Yo, where's my flashlight? That's the bearing. It split the wig of the axle, bro. Look at this. It exploded my axle.
Oh, it's all 3.
Oh shit. The straps for the boots? Are you kidding me? Yo, Tony, dude.
Damn.
Yo. For some reason, I'm getting like the shake, like I don't know where, like.
Yeah, the goosebumps, dude.
Dude.
You know why? You heated up the tires a lot of times.
Oh man, that thing spun, dude. Yo,
damn.
Carnage. Have anybody ever seen the cup explode? Wait, so if the cup exploded, I can just put a cup on it.
Exactly.
Never in my lifetime have I ever seen that. Joaquin has snapped like inner and outer joints in the diff, in the hub. This is my first broken axle in 2 years. Stock wagon axle in 2 years. And it exploded in a way I've never seen it before. Wow. That's crazy. I'm not even mad at it. Guys, so me and Tony was just shooting this shit right here, and I finally took a look at the axle. So at first we thought it was the passenger side because of all that grease over there. That grease is just from the old axle that had a ripped boot. But you can see it has a new boot there, a new boot there, and the passenger side, it's not the issue. The issue is this guy. This guy right here, the driver's side, exploded from the diff side. I hope the diff is okay. I doubt it's really messed up, but the driver's side exploded. Oh yeah, you can still see the freaking the cup inside the diff. Or not even the cup. The cup is gone, but the shaft is still in the diff, and it's kind of peeking out a little bit. But the good thing is, it's just the cup that exploded. I still have the bearings. I don't know if the little like shaft for the bearing is still on the main shaft of the axle itself because it's hidden behind the boot right there. But one of these days, I don't know when I'll touch this, but when I pull that boot back and it looks repairable, I just checked my spare diff right now, and that cup that exploded, I have 2 of them right here, one right there and one right there. So if that axle is repairable, I'll take a cup out of that diff, put a new boot on it, put the new bearing. I mean, Two of the bearings look okay. That guy looks destroyed right there. It's separated. In conclusion, the rebuild is a success, and the kit that I used, let me show you guys once again. If you guys haven't seen the rebuilt Viscous coupler video, be sure to get to the link in the description below and check that out. It's pretty straightforward. You don't have to use all the necessary tools, because you guys will see in that video I used some basic stuff and I was able to get the job done. So the rebuild kit is from turbo2nrs.com. That's his email right there. This is the pamphlet that comes with the rebuild kit. I am running a 60K fluid, and today we found out that it works. It works really good, because we exploded an axle. I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. All I wanted to do today was switch to Viscous coupler, and we were able to do that with, you know, some extra things going on. RIP axle, but I'm not even mad, to tell you the truth. You know, this axle's been good. It's been 2 years, plenty of launches.
30 years old.
It's 30-year-old prior to me abusing the hell out of it, and I've driven it up and down the coast numerous of times, a lot of miles on it, and it let go. But I know why it let go, because on my setup, it's using a long and short wagon axle, and because my car is lowered, the inner cup, the bearings that go into the inner cup from the shaft was literally sitting on the edge, and on the edge was the weakest point of the cup. And after this rebuilt Viscous coupler going in, all that torque transfer now is more to the rear. It literally exploded the outside of the cup, which then resulted in all of this right here. So if I can repair that axle in the car with that cup that I have over there, I'll do it, just to get it up and going for now. Definitely am probably going to go search for some stock wagon axles as spares. And if I could afford it, I haven't looked up Insane's or DSS or any other company that offers rear wagon offsetted axles. I'll look into it and see if I can afford it. Maybe I'll upgrade the rear axles as well too, because I don't want this to happen again. But like I said, the wagon axle has been working. Old 30-year-old axle has been working, so if I can just get another spare, I think it'll be okay. But like I said, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. I am wearing the right shirt for the right video today, and if you guys want to stick around, well, actually I don't even know what I'm gonna do anymore, because my car is now out of commission. But if I get all my turbo blanket and my heat wrap and stuff like that, we'll try to flip the car around so we can situate the cooling issue, even though it didn't have a cooling issue today. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.